As we reported on Sunrise this morning, the Volvo Ocean Race has left Brazil, now on its way to Newport. So what does the event's return to the ocean state mean for Rhode Island and the city by the sea? Joining us this morning on our coffee break is Mark Murphy, editor of the Providence Business News. Good to see you, Mark.
Thanks, Mario.
First of all, I have to say, I covered this in 2015, and then when they left and said, well, we'll be back in 2018, I thought, God, that seems so far away. And here it is.
It sure is.
Time flies. But I think what was interesting throughout the article in PBN is just how state and local officials are trying to learn from the last experience to capitalize on the experience this time around.
Yeah, and it's not that the last experience was a bad one, right? I mean, you know, a study said the economic impact was nearly $50 million. Tens of thousands of people showed up. I mean, you had hotels booked. You had, in fact, hotels were so booked that some of the actual Volvo officials had to stay in Providence.
I know.
They couldn't stay in
That
in
really
Newport.
surprised me. I was shocked.
Yeah. So I think that it's the little things, I think, that they're trying to get better, and a lot of it has to do with the business community. I think the event itself and the village that they have there, I think that's sort of taken care of by the Ocean Race itself.
Right.
It's really sort of Newport businesses and how can they tie into this a little bit better than they did last time. Yeah,
tap into it. They want, I guess, kind of a more united effort, really get everyone on board. They had kind of a pep rally, I guess, with businesses in the area.
Yeah, and they said more than 150 businesses showed up. So I think there's interest. They understand the potential impact. I mean, this can make a year if they do it right. And it's almost a 2-week stopover. So there can be a lot of people. They're going to have, they have an import race. So then, you'll have, again, all these people coming in. And it's not just, it's not, they don't want it all to happen at Fort Adams, right? They want down on Thames Street and everywhere else, too.
Right, exactly. You start off the article, one of the business owners says sales increased 35% over that month of May in 2015. That the race came. That's a big jump.
No, that's real. And so I think that probably more businesses are looking to get that same kind of boost. I mean, that's really what it's all about for them.
Yep, and of course it's not just Newport. The state as a whole can benefit from this. I know the State Commerce Corporation is involved in trying to really capitalize on this as well.
Well, yeah, they've been spending a little marketing money. I mean, actually not that much comparatively. I mean, not even $1 million all told is the budget. It's a pretty good, as Brad Reed, who's the head of, I think Sail Newport is the organization, and he's really sort of the local chair of the event. And he said, not a bad return on investment. $775,000 and you had $47.7 million. So I think that there's an understanding that a little investment goes a long way. And this is partially based on the fact that a few years ago the state invested real money at Fort Adams to create this pier so that these boats can moor there and people can visit and all the rest of it.
Yeah, one thing, and it was towards the end of the article I found interesting, can the Raimondo administration, the state, use this event as an opportunity to showcase Rhode Island to attract businesses in general, or more corporations, businesses to the state in general?
Well, I think that it goes to that issue of the quality of life, right? What are the kinds of things that are happening? It's a happening place. I mean, the sailing world, which can be a rarefied air, knows all about Newport. You don't have to really sell them, but it's other people who sort of come and see, and it's a green event, or a blue event, as the case may be, and it's sort of active and fresh. And so I think that for that reason, it plays into that issue of why do you want to be in Rhode Island? Well, there are a lot of things to do. You can see it, but you also could learn to sail yourself, and that kind of thing. So yes, I think it plays into that the full options for Rhode Island.
All right, Mark Murphy, editor of the Providence Business News. You can read in today's edition. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mario.